everyone, guys and gals, GG, sleepyheads, hello. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, you know the drill. Comment down below. What do you like the video or not? Do you hate it? Whatever. Maybe it's a comedy. Maybe it's a funny comment. You'll be memeing, okay? No problem, no problem. But yeah, let's get back to the game. We're finally in the spicy part. You might argue, well, I kind of didn't like you didn't read all the dialogue, the monologue, all the text. Well, then go play the game yourself. I'm sorry, I'm a bit aggressive here. But yeah, hopefully we're fine and dandy. You got your food. Let's get to the game. That was a long-ass intro. Rizzy, that's just great. I didn't expect to be so... I read that already, I think. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Alright, so if it's like flashing, I'm like checking if we're actually recording. I'm like alt-tabbing back and forth and like, hey, we are. Good. The eyes on Juno's helmet narrowed suspiciously. I couldn't read that part. Wow. I immediately realized that I myself had absolutely no idea how to read if she was lying or being honest. I'd never seen aliens like her and couldn't read their helmet expressions very well. Damn, what planet is this? What if she didn't believe me? I decided to lie till the end. Of course, I'm sure you won't regret it. I've lived here all my life. I'll tell you everything. Don't even worry about it. Damn, this guy's starting off lying. I guess do anything to bag a baddie? I don't know, man. I don't know. Usually it ends bad. If it starts bad, okay? Or fake. I smiled a little too broadly, reminding myself of my father and his much too wide smiles. And he held out my hand to Juno. Well, do we have a deal? Juno looked at my outstretched palm and smiled. We do! I was still holding my palm, waiting for a handshake, and Juno was standing up opposite and smiling. And? What? Won't you shake my hand? Juno blinked. Why? We sealed the deal, I assume. I will go with you and help you, and you, well, you will help me not to perish in all these forests, something like that. Nah, Breezy. Nah, you gotta get the lawyer, notarize that shit. Oh wait, I forgot. We're not at that level of civilization yet. Juno shrugged, still not understanding what I was asking of her, but I held out her hand. No, not this hand, the second one. What about the third one? Oh, wait, no, that was that's a leg. A third leg. Whoa. Calm down, boy. Don't get bricked up, everyone. Juno was surprised. What's the difference? This is inconvenient. Here, see? That's better. Her hand was warm and soft. Well, shall we go then? Let's go, but where? At that moment, I was a little confused and looked around. Where should we go? Definitely not in the opposite direction. There was nothing to do there. There was nothing particularly interesting in this forest. There was our settlement nearby, and the animals tried to stay away from people. Besides, I didn't really want to run into foresters or hunters from our settlement. In that case, they would definitely report everything to the village, and a delegation would shortly be sent to follow Juno and I. What if they attacked her and started a war with the alien race? No, it was better to stay away from them. We can start from the other shore. There's a forest further on where all sorts of little animals live. You're interested in that, aren't you? We can look for fangies. They're everywhere right now. It's mating season. Fangies? Mating? Well, this is a furry game. Not in a bad way, but it's like... It's like I'm checking the checklist, guys. Fangies interesting. I'll write it down now. Juno pressed a button on her helmet and an image with letters appeared in front of her. I watched in amazement as she wrote something down without using either ink or pencil. Oh, you probably haven't seen this. It's a hologram, don't worry. I reached out to touch it, but the image passed through my fingers. Cool. Where does it come from? Well, it's easy. There are special light bulbs on my helmet that create the image. Well, shall we go? I looked one more time at the strange thing, the hologram, and tried to catch it with my fingers, but didn't succeed. Of course, let's go! At that moment, my stomach groaned loudly from hunger. I remembered that I hadn't eaten anything since yesterday and missed the usual, always on scheduled breakfast. Heat burned my cheeks when I realized that Juno had heard the sound too. Listen, do you happen to have anything to eat in your huge metal thing? Juno looked at me and burst out laughing again. Okay, let me cook. Let her cook, chat. Let her cook, okay? Let me cook for something. There should have been something left, I guess. Some fruit, as I recall? Let's go! What is this thing, by the way? Does it fly? Yes, it's called a jet. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's a cool thing. You'll like it. Only I can open it with my palm prints. No one else can access it. Juno walked over to the jet and put her hand on its side. At that moment, a panel slid away, making it possible to enter inside. Wow! I've never seen anything like it. Well, actually, this is an old model. I should buy a new one. I got it long ago. Such an unkillable thing. It's important to me as a memory. You know, I call it Pixie. Oh my god, it's like Corrupted Kingdoms, guys. It's Pixie. I'm just kidding. Why Pixie? I don't know. I like it. It is my best friend. Juno laughed. I couldn't figure out what she was talking about. How could this huge steel thing be her best friend? When we were inside, I suddenly realized. Wait, is this thing alive? My man, you're a tier -10 civilization. Get with the program. I'm just kidding. Goosebumps ran down my back as soon as I thought about a living creature which could fly through space. Kind of reminds me, I don't know where I read that. But I'm pretty sure there's books out there where I think games as well, right? Where some civilizations, it's a hybrid of technology and biomatter, where their spaceships are living things as well. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Moreover, now I was inside this thing, this Pixie, and I didn't like it at all. It was like being inside the mythical beast, a giant animal that looks like a walking house with armor instead of skin and horns on its head. But when Juno saw the panic on my face, she burst out laughing again. You should have seen your face, just hilarious. No, Brizzy, don't worry, it's not alive, although I would really like it to be alive. Sometimes I just want to chat with someone. Well, chat with a living being, not a... Welcome back, Juno. Glad you're back so soon. Let me see the inside. Pause. No, don't take that out of context. I jumped in fright. I barely had time to step into this huge metal thing as a strange sounding voice rang from everywhere. Juno smiled. Don't worry, it's Pixie. Hi Pixie, I wasn't planning on coming back so soon, but I met a representative of the local species. Meet Brizzy. He is a human. Hello Brizzy, human. Nice to meet you. I am Pixie, an artificial intelligence assistant. What the heck is it? I looked around with wide eyes trying to figure out where the hell the voice was coming from and who was talking to me. The inside of Pixie was clean and very beautiful. It all resembled the hold of a ship from books I read at school. But it was so much more than that. Juno opened the cabinet and took out the box. Pixie is an artificial intelligence that lives on my jet. Well, it doesn't live it literally. It's not real. It's something like... let me think. Do you have any talking birds? I thought about it for a bit. Well, yes, we do. We call them talkies, but they don't really talk. They only imitate the voice. They live in the south, not here. Wow, if we compare this in our world, well, parrots pretty much. Talkies, I'm thinking about the snack, the chip. Is it the... No, it's not the chip. That's wrong. A puff. A snacky puff. Well, my Pixie is almost the same. He doesn't speak for real. He kind of imitates speech. He helps me with the ship and research, and I can also chat with him sometimes if I get bored. Actually, I talk to him all the time. Traveling through space alone, it's kind of insane thing about it, you know. When you think about... It's kind of... I would like space travel if we can, like, navigate. Like, we've mapped out a galaxy or two, and you could just check the galaxy maps. There we go. And you're like, oh, I can go here and go there. Oh, this place is a little bit uncharted, but I can explore. You know, that would be cool and fun and dangerous. But doing it alone, without an AI friend, yeah, that's insane. You'd go crazy. Going back to the game, you know, can be very boring. Imagine that there's only endless emptiness and silence around you. Exactly. No cap. And not a single living soul until you reach the next station for refueling. Juno pointed with her hand at something resembling a chair. I didn't know what it was called, and I sat there, taking the box she handed me. Help yourself. These are fruits, still very fresh. I especially froze them as soon as I picked them. I hope you like it. Guys, this is a perfect... Guys and gals, sleepyheads. This is the perfect waifu here. It's over. How do you compete? I put in a smile, still feeling weird, and opened the box. Inside were bright red pieces of some fruit unknown to me. It was unbelievable. A fruit from another planet? I turned the piece over in my hands, looking at its veins. Alright. Before I put it in my mouth. Aha, thank God I paused there. After chewing it, I shrugged. It isn't bad. It reminds me of our droplet berries in some way. Later, I'll show you a tree full of them. Sounds great! Now hurry up, we still have so much to do. Yes, wife. Yes, hun. At your command. Juno was fussing over the jet. She was clearly impatient to start the trip as soon as possible. She fished out of a large closet something that looked like a bag and shoved in a few items, the purpose of which I didn't know. What are you doing? I'm collecting provisions for you. I didn't think I'd find a traveling companion so quickly. That's why I didn't prepare anything. But we probably won't go far today, right? I'll take a bit of everything. You'll wear a backpack. It shouldn't be heavy. I hope you are in a good physical condition. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My mind is literally going feral. I gotta calm down, guys. I gotta chillax. Yes, I am in a good physical condition. I can jog 40 minutes. Maybe an hour. I think I just did an hour. Yeah, like 10 minutes ago. Juno looked at me, still eating a piece of fruit. Oh, well, yes, I'm sure it won't be hard. I couldn't lie. Oh no, man, you can't do this. If she was a goth girl, I get it. This might work. You're weak, you're a sub, you're feeble. But she's normal. She's a nice person. So we gotta play it nice. We can't just be lying, you know. What if it becomes, even in real life, you lie to your employer of your abilities. So you have an option here. You gotta fake it till you make it. So you're gonna have to pull your weight. You gotta do 10-20 times the work behind the scenes to actually show that, yeah, I'm at a competent level, you know, to your employer. Or they catch you lacking, slipping. You're done. You're fired. You're like, we knew it. Of course, 9 out of 10 people lie. Some of them pull through the work and slowly get there, but some just don't make it. Is what it is. I continued to lie shamelessly, but what could I do? Should I say that I had never gone further than the edge of my village in my life? Than the edge of my... This guy's edging, man. What the fuck? Then Juno would definitely send me back home or even toss me away, and he didn't want any of that. Oh man, this guy wants a sugar mommy. Alright. Moreover, there were so many new and interesting things here. I'd never seen anything like it, and I probably wouldn't see it ever again if I was forced to leave. Fortunately, Juno didn't recognize the lie in my voice and grinned. Great! See how lucky I am? Oh, I wish it was like that everywhere. On one of the planets in the neighboring galaxy, I was almost crucified when I came to them for help. Locals there seemed to be intelligent but very aggressive. They decided I was some kind of deity from the underworld and tried to kill me. They almost cut my feet off too. Well, you have a hard job. Juno shrugged her shoulders. But I do what I like. So if she likes us, she'll do us. Hey, calm down. Whoa. By the way, what do? You? Oh my goodness, this guy got that restraining order, Riz, you know? Do you already have a job? I tried to make up something as soon as possible. Well, I say it's one of a 10,000 chance of a job. 1 in a million. Being a cult leader, the next JC, OG. That's me, Brizzy. You know, actually, I'm still studying. I study science, something like that. I'm something of a scientist myself. We have a lot of work in the village, but I haven't had the chance myself to do any of the real work yet. It was only partly true. There really was a lot of work in the village. Fishing, farming, hunting, and carpentry, but I wasn't allowed to do anything. So that I didn't get hurt anywhere, didn't break anything, didn't bother myself, and most importantly, didn't get distracted from my main job to be the chosen one. So you're still young, aren't you? How old are you? I turned 20 yesterday. I kind of became an adult. I smiled sourly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Juno looked at me with genuine sympathy. I was surprised. Why? I mean, it was your birthday. So what? It's just a holiday. Why do you feel sorry? Juno's face immediately changed. I was about to say, he said holiday. Oops, sorry, it's different everywhere. We, for example, consider the birthday a very sad date. After all, we become a whole year older, which brings us closer to death. When you put it that way, that does make sense. That's true. The older you get, the closer you go back to God. The closer you become one with the earth and the universe. Then when I say it like that, it doesn't sound so bad after all. Because by the end of the universe ends, we will all just be together again, at subatomic levels. But in your case, congratulations! Our birthday is considered a holiday. Well, we celebrate that. We managed to live for another year. Hey, wow, it's like me for real. Oh my god. No one attacked us. No stone fell on our head. In general, this is a big event. Very interesting. How do you celebrate it? Oh, we celebrate the whole evening. Usually the birthdays of all the children who were born at the same date are celebrated all at once. I was about to say it's weird, but then I remember usually when you go to a church, they go to like, hey, I'm gonna all those who had their birthday this month and whatever, come in front, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some holy water on you. Either with an actual spray or they have a bottle and they just splash it, salt bay that shit all over everybody, I don't know. I'm in the Philippines. I don't know how they do it in the United States. But then again, different states, correct? United States of America. USA. US of A, Yeah. Curious. Going back to the game. Well, adults don't celebrate anymore. They have their own worries. Yes, taxes, money, the economy. Oh wait, no, that's our universe. That's our world. Sorry. Birthdays are usually celebrated before the age of 20, but as soon as you become an adult, that's it. You have completed the important task of growing up. Now there's no time for fun. You need to work for the benefit of the community. That's great. I'll write it down. You don't mind if I study you a little too, do you? Whoa. I'm gonna take off my shirt. What is happening here? Not that this is my specialty. I usually only study nature, but other intelligent races are so interesting. I smiled broadly at Juno. Comment down below, would you, I think I did that last video. What would you do if you meet someone like her? An alien gal. And we're not going to the deep end of like negative stuff. Like, we're not going to the, oh, they're hot, but they're gonna insert their eggs in you and you die. Nah, not like that. Just kind of resembles us. And she's a gal, right? She got that gat. She got that front and back cake. What do you do when she or them, they, him, could be the opposite sex if you're female, approach you? What would you do? Would you fumble the bag? Or would you have a nice relationship? How do you start? Do you start slow? Do you start aggressive? Are you after this interaction you are put in some intergalactic list because you are a weirdo? I don't know, man. Different ways, different approaches. Going back to the game, not a problem. How many plans have you been up to? Oh, a lot. I've been working for a long time. Due to the fact that I travel through space, I don't even remember exactly how many years have passed. I don't have any reason to return to my home planet, so I rarely return there. My whole life is a job. But I like it. There's no time to be bored or sad. Especially when there are so many interesting and unusual things out there. Just Juno smiled at me, judging by the image on her helmet. When I finished with the food, she took the box, which she called a container, and stood with her hands on her hips. So, are you ready to go? Yes, of course. I was born ready. After we got out of the Pixie jet, Juno closed it and pressed something on her helmet. After a couple of seconds, the jet became completely transparent. Damn, like a Wonder Woman ship. Sorry, that's like the easiest reference I could dish out right there. I gasped in delight. Wow, what did you do? I activated special disguise so that no one will notice it. I don't want some random person to see Pixie and consider it some kind of sign of the devil. So where should we go? In a motel. Hey! Yeah, dab me up, brothers. But yeah, I'm kidding now. That's a bit rude to, approaching anyone. Dude or female, alright? I look around and pointed my finger in the direction of the opposite shore. I guess we're going there? Juno gave a thumbs up, walked to the water's edge, and pressing something on her helmet again, stepped right on the water. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry for anyone religious out here. Golden plates appeared under her feet, allowing her to walk straight across the river. You know what we do with there? We climb on the robotic gal, right? The Protogen here. And we'd be like, I'm on top of the world. This is it. This is peak. Enough with the jokes. Wow, that's great. Can I try it? Of course. Give me your hand. Oh my god, we're hand holding, guys. Calm down. My hands are sweaty. Palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Mom, spaghetti vomit on the sweater already. I'm sorry. Snap back to reality. Oh, ghost gravity. Juno took my hand and we started to cross the river. I walked behind her, trying to hit the hard plates, which quickly disappeared as soon as I took my foot off them. Then I quivered. No, I'm just kidding. They felt solid to the touch and didn't seem to weigh anything. How does it work? It looks incredible. Also, guys, we have a Discord, by the way. Check the links down below. Or you want to follow me on TikTok, or you Gen A's, Gen Z's, Gen Zeros. I don't even know how many generations we have. My god. But yeah, Generation Alphas. Actually, no, you're too young. No. Gen Zs. That's actually kind of millennials and Gen Zs. I kind of fuck with them, you know, for real. Yeah. Damn, I just made a whole enemy of a generation. Calm down. Discord, Instagram. Okay, I'm selling out. I'm shoving my links. Sorry. These are old pieces of technology. I use them to cross small rivers. It only works with certain substances. Water, for example, but we're still lucky that you have a good chemical composition in your water. Otherwise, you would have to swim. Oh no, that would be bad. We would get all wet fur and wet human. So we would have to, you know, remove our clothes, dry them, some fire, some high-tech gizmo, and we would all just be naked. I'm just kidding. Soon we were on the opposite shore. The forest there was thicker and full of various natural sounds. The chirping of birds, the whispering of animals, the buzzing of insects. Juno led the way and I followed her, although logically it should have been the other way around. After all, I volunteered to be her escort. As we walked, Juno shone a golden light from her helmet on the trees and bushes. What are you doing? Oh, I'm scanning the area. I usually do this to study the simplest plants and living things. They are, in many ways, similar to those I have found on other planets in your galaxy. And how many planets are there in our galaxy? Well, not many. I've been to 5 so far. Your galaxy is quite small, at least smaller than the ones I've come across before. I would like to find some unusual species here. Can you tell me what lives here? Well, alright, let me think. There are, for example, grouchy mushrooms in our forest. We call them that because they start making sounds like grunts when you walk past them. They are inedible and can spew a poisonous vapor, which isn't fatal but can cause severe drowsiness. Sounds interesting. What do they look like? Oh, they're like a pal in Pal World. Or a Pokemon. I tried to remember the pictures from the books I had read. Well, they're very small and ball-shaped, gray shade, not to be confused with anything. Look, here they are. I pointed to the ground. Growing next to one of the trees was a whole family of grouchy mushrooms. As soon as we got closer, they began to whisper to each other. And a yellowish, I'm pretty sure I picked the mic right there with my breath. Each other, and a yellowish fog swirled over their round hats. Sorry, mushrooms. I need one of you as a sample. Aw. Don't make furry Protogen waifu cry. They're not intelligent, are they? Juno turned to me, squatting down. Whoa! We're about to get crushed. I'm sorry, man. This is pressure. I laugh. Of course not. How can mushrooms be intelligent? They can. On some planets, they understand everything and they have entire communities there. Funny enough, mushrooms, even in our planet, they have some semblance of intelligence, if I recall. I just don't know what's the number. On some planets, the inhabitants consist only of mushrooms. More precisely, the mushrooms on them are the only inhabitants. Boring planets, probably. To some extent, yes. Sugoi. Juno pulled a small mushroom out of the ground, which began to grumble angrily and spit yellowish fog at her, but Juno didn't raise an eyebrow. Apparently, the helmet saved her from unnecessary exposure. Turn around, I'll put it in your backpack. I turned around. Juno opened her backpack and shoved the mushroom into a small bag. We can move on. Oh, some animation. Okay. Alright. A little bit detail. We'd been hanging out in the woods all day. I didn't even know how much time had passed. We wandered around, stopping every 10 minutes at some plant or living creature. But doesn't she know? There's a perfect specimen right here. The peak of this planet. Brizzy. I'm sorry. Juno didn't collect animals as samples. According to her, it was enough to photograph them. As she explained, it meant to capture the image with her helmet and take a smear from them. But she cut off a piece from the plants and tucked them into my backpack, intending to study them in her laboratory in the near future. My laboratory? Dee. After a few hours of such an unusually long walk, I was ready to just fall to the ground and stay there. My whole body ached and my legs were buzzing terribly. I wanted to eat and sleep and okay, but I couldn't say a word to Juno. In the end, I lied to her, saying that I was the hardest of all because I absolutely didn't want to fumble this bag. I don't want to make a fool of myself, okay? 2 hours later, when the sun began to sink near the horizon and get tangled in the crowns of the trees, she looked at me and said thoughtfully, "You're looking kind of exhausted. I'm sorry. You look kind of weird. Are you alright?" I shrugged, pretending that everything was just fine, and I had no idea why she would ask such a thing. "Yes, I'm cool. I'm busy. I feel fit as a fiddle. I mean, why wouldn't I be? I don't know. Does your species change color?" I blinked. Uh-oh. No, of course not. Then why are you covered with those spots? So I kind of gulped there. I dropped the stick I was leaning on, testing the ground under my feet, and quickly looked from my feet to my hands. How could I not notice it? My whole body was covered with strange-looking red spots. Unable to restrain myself, I cried out in surprise and fright. But what the fuck is this? Good heavens! I began to rub my skin. Whoa! What you rubbing, my man? Calm down. But the spots didn't go anywhere. Juno suddenly exclaimed, "Oh, damn, how stupid I am. I didn't even think that was giving you fruits from another planet. You must be allergic or something." It was necessary to conduct experiments first, and only then. I'm so sorry, Brizzy. It's probably my fault. Oh no, you're gonna have to suck the blood out from me. I'm sorry. Don't blame yourself. I guess I just... Oh. Whoa, she's getting bigger. What's happening here? I suddenly felt dizzy and I almost fell, grabbing the first tree, the first hunk of muscle, hunk of metal that came to hand in time. Juno jumped towards me. This is a good thumbnail, guys. Is it? Damn! This game is already 10 out of 10. If Juno is like the whole plot here, huh. My god, this game is in a different league of its own. But that's me not being serious, okay? If it's like reviewing an actual game, of course, I'm gonna get real picky, pet peeves, and all that stuff. Going back to the game. I suddenly felt dizzy and ready. She grabbed my arms and helped me lean on her shoulders. Juno was a little taller and stronger than me, so I happily hung onto her. In addition to all the other ailments, fatigue was added and I almost fell to the ground. "Just a second, Brizzy. I'm going to call Pixie. It'll find us and you'll be able to rest, okay? I hope you aren't getting worse. How stupid am I?" Juno began to wade through the forest, apparently intending to find some clearing to summon Pixie. For those of the Corrupted Kingdoms fandom there, what if she summons Pixie from the game? I'm just kidding. It's kind of stupid. Dumb me, sorry. When she succeeded, the jet was already hanging over the tops of the trees and immediately descended, removing its disguise. Juno dragged me on board. I was dying, throwing up, my man. She put me on a chair. Damn, what should I do? I don't have anything for your kind. Oh, I'm so sorry. How would I? It's okay, Juno. You know what I need? Tough love. Maybe some skin rashes, ointments? Bioflu, perhaps? Biogesic? Maybe some kind of... I don't know. Juno. Maybe one of my medications will work for you. Let me look for examples. Maybe... Juno. No, stupid idea. I'll just kill you. What should I do then? Juno! Juno turned to me, and at that moment, I threw up under her feet. Along with the meager feelings on my stomach, maybe it was just water. There was also a small bear on the floor, which I had eaten in the forest. Juno squealed. Holy crap, what the brizzy? Is this some kind of special way for you to attract attention? No, if it was, I would have just dropped my pants and I'm just kidding. Juno jumped away from the puddle, miraculously not getting her shoes dirty. I leaned back warily in my chair. No, I don't think so. I just threw up. I closed my eyes warily, but as soon as the berry had jumped out of my stomach, it became much easier for me. It's not your fruit, apparently. I ate a poisonous berry. Juno was surprised. A poisonous berry? But why would you do that? I don't know. It seemed to me that it was just an ordinary berry. It is very similar to what we usually collect and eat. Damn it. I'm a baka. Cringe, I get it. Look, your spots are disappearing. I looked at my hands and indeed, the spots gradually faded until they finally disappeared from my skin. As soon as I got my usual color, Juno burst out in merry laughter. The case is solved, Brizzy. Are you sure you know everything about your flora and fauna? I blink. Oh no, she caught us slipping. No, Brizzy, this Riz train is over. We better haul ass and get the fuck out of here. And we got higher chances to do it with our own species. But then again, it's kind of weird because it's a cult thing. So all the relationships are fake. Of course, why not? It's just that sometimes I can be wrong like everyone else, but that's because some poisonous berries and mushrooms are very, very similar to edible ones. I think I'll take this berry as a sample. Juno fished the berry out of the puke with a special device and after washing it in water, placed it in another bag. Meanwhile, it was already beginning to get dark outside. The sky dimmed, the sun sank below the horizon. Juno looked out. I don't think we're going out tonight. It still don't look well. I whispered to myself, good heavens! Juno turned and looked at me. What did you say? I say, my brother in Christ, or my sister in Christ, you're very beautiful. I say, what a pity, I wanted to travel so much more, but apparently I can't. Okay. Don't worry, tomorrow when you feel better, we will definitely travel all day and all night to learn as much as possible. I'm so glad you're willing to work so hard. Okay, YouTube, don't flag my video, man. She's all fur, and that's metal. Calm down. If we're gonna do this to my video, might as well do it to Wonder Woman. She barely wears anything. Might as well just wear nothing. Don't worry, tomorrow when you feel better, we will definitely travel all day and night to learn as much as possible. I'm so glad you're willing to work so hard. I tried to stifle a miserable groan, but instead of swearing, I just smiled. Of course, ma'am, no problem. Listen, can I wash up somewhere and go to bed? Yes, of course. Let me show you everything. Juno ordered Pixie to clean up the puddle on the floor and dragged me to another compartment of the jet. My god, man, if you had AI assistant like Iron Man or like in this game. I know, that's kind of lazy of us. I get it. It does 100% saves time. Oh my god, I think I'm just lazy. What a realization. Look, I have a shower stall here. Here, you turn on the water like this. Damn, she's literally turning everything on. Actually, you know, just ask Pixie. It'll set everything up for you. I stared at the flashing buttons on the panel as if it were the mother of heaven descended from the clouds and had no idea what to do. Well, how do we push Juno's buttons? Whoa, pause. As soon as Juno, sorry, it's flashing. You know, I just checked how many minutes have we been. 33 minutes. As soon as Juno walked out, I was left alone in the booth and hastily undressed. Pixie? Yes, Brizzy, I'm listening. Can you turn on the water for me? Of course, Brizzy, just a second. After a couple of moments, water poured down on me from all sides. I almost screamed in surprise. It was like a waterfall. I almost slipped on the floor, but I ain't getting caught slipping again, you know? I grabbed the walls, I braced impact. Somehow getting used to these miracles, I began to wash. Pixie also gave me some kind of small brush and invited me to brush my teeth. I didn't resist, although we usually clean our teeth with another thing, a special piece of cloth. When I came out, Juno was sitting in the chair and her helmet showed nothing. I even thought she had fallen asleep, but as soon as I took a step, the picture reappeared. So, did you figure it out? Yes, Pixie helped me. Thank it for that. I've been thinking about where you could sleep tonight. I guess you can sleep on my bed and I sleep in the cryo chamber. Usually I don't have visitors. Juno smiled at me. I don't know, it sounds wrong to me. I mean, it's your jet. I don't want to kick you out of your own bed. Maybe you'd rather lie down in the bed yourself and I'm in this... What did you call it? That's very nice of you, but I'd rather lie down in the cryo chamber capsule myself. Damn it! We missed an opportunity. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Or we'll get her next time. It's not turned on right now. Whoa! Of course, but what if you press some buttons in your sleep? Also, I'm used to sleeping there. It might be uncomfortable for you, so lie down in my bed. Don't worry. Damn, she's too nice, man. She's an angel. What is the most important part of a what is the most important thing in a girl? The soul. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna end this video right here. We're 35 minutes in with the intro and the outro. We were 36 minutes in. Yes, I speak a lot. I yap and yap and yap. See, everybody, subscribe if you're new. If you're not, watch my other videos. Of course, if you what you're interested in. I'm not gonna force you what other content that I have, but yeah. See ya. Good luck on whatever you're doing. Bye.